Hey, we're here. I'm hoping that we can get PG on. Fantastic. We're going to go to Gentlemen of the Lounge. Hope everyone here is, hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone's doing well. Here's what it is. Hope you're fresh. It's different during these later time of the evening, but it is what it is. You adapt or die. That's a little extreme, but yeah, adjust. How you doing, Marco? How you doing? Well, today we're doing a Fat Robusto, 5 and change by 54, I think it is. This is the CAO Pilon Anejo. It's pretty new. It's not like it came out this week, but it's definitely recent. I like the band at the back, the show leaves hanging there, nice, curing. 12 a.m. there. Yeah. Good old Texas. The cigar off the bat is nice quality. I can't say nothing bad about it, about the construction. I used to smoke a lot of the Pilones when they first came out. Um, Years ago. I don't remember how long ago. I feel like it's been 10 years when the original Pilon came out. I feel like in my mind it's 2015 or 14, give or take. I was when the original Pilon. Now, what exactly is different on this Pilon? Exactly, Jimmy. I couldn't tell you because I didn't look up the original Pilon blend, and I don't know if the aging's different, etc. So maybe I'm the worst person to review this. No, I'm not. Probably the best. But I don't do a lot of homework. But I'm very accurate, and I don't recommend bullshit. So you're going to know from a mile away if it's good or not, or if it's great or not, or if it's a godlike cigar, or if it's garbage. And General Cigars said these to me. Sent me a 5-pack of these. So I'm going to be upfront and honest. So, you know, if I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. Richie is a very honest man. So it is what it is. But I do appreciate support from viewers like you and also from uh, the biggest of the biggest. So shout out to General. I'm not going to say anything disrespectful when it comes to that because they didn't have to give me anything for free to review. Although you could say, oh, but you're reviewing them, you're doing them a favor. Yes and no, though, because if I don't like it. So, but I'm honest. I'm very reliable. Ask around, right? So I don't recommend garbage. Now, here's the thing, too, when it comes to any cigar, you got to zoom in and zoom out. So if you love a cigar, you still have to say, I love it. This is why I love it. And maybe you won't love it if you don't like this. And if you don't like a cigar, you got to say, well, this is cigar just not for me. But maybe if you like this category, it's for you. And then there's garbage. If a cigar is garbage, I will not recommend it at all. However, if I really like a cigar, I always will tell you this is why you would like it, and this is why you wouldn't, because yes, this is the category of the cigar. And if I don't like a cigar, but if it's still a good cigar, I could say it's not for me. But if you like this category and you're into that kind of cigar, then I can recommend it for those people. So this, you get what I'm trying to say when it comes to cigars. So because very few people like every single category. But quality is quality, and flavor is flavor. Ecuadorian Sumatra on the wrapper, and it's a really nice dark Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper. Nicaraguan Habano. The CEO website says Nicaraguan Habano on the binder. Nicaraguan filler and Dominican Habano on the filler. So kind of unique. Using Habano as filler in the binder, but from Nicaragua and Dominican. And then kind of unique, not using it as the wrapper, you're going straight for Ecuadorian Sumatra, which Ecuadorian Sumatra is one of the kings of cigar wrappers. What I like about Ecuadorian Sumatra is it's not a one-trick pony. You could make it a million different ways. Whereas certain wrappers No matter what you do with the rappers say, "Oh, look at these matches. Oh, oh, what a shame. They're both gonna have to just go on fire together. Look at that. Oh, that's sad. It is what it is. We'll save that double one for the puffing. Soft gentle heat, I can't stress it enough. Now, I've had this cigar out since yesterday to make sure that not too much moisture is what it is. So I should get some good smoke output on this. I'm hoping to have some good flavor. And just see what the message is. And then if the message is something I enjoy, I'll let you know. Or maybe the message is something you'll enjoy, I'll let you know. And hopefully it's a message that we all can enjoy. And that's the thing. Not every cigar is for everyone, but some cigars are for a lot of people. It is what it is. Some cigars are just, easy to love. Soft, gentle heat, I can't stress it enough. Oh, I always drop the gigantic box of matches. Yeah, nice foot smell. Don't overcook it. Torch lighters are the devil. Can't stress it enough. Soft, gentle rotisserie. There we go. Okay, Lexus. Ready? Here we go. These matches have been friends for years. And all right. The cigars are rather densely packed. Oliva, oh, you're going for a true, really heavy Habano kind of cigar. I have enjoyed some of those. Enjoy, Marco. Hmm, interesting. The cigar is unique. My palate's clean. This is my first and only cigar of the evening. Once again, any cigar you have, if you could leave it out just for a day, let it breathe. You're gonna get better smoke combustion. You're gonna get better flavor. Okay, it's a heavy medium right now. Was that actually a long finish? Quite nice. It's kind of a refreshing cigar. It's not a scary cigar. What's the message? Well, what's not the message? It's like when you're playing Guess Who. Is it a scary cigar? No. Is it a really strong cigar? No. Is it a long finish? It kind of. Hmm. Medium strength? I'd say so. Okay. You try to play Guess Who. It's a very oily cigar, slightly nutty, rather leathery, chewy kind of a feel in the smoke. Nothing very salty, and not a massive amount of black pepper. So it's missing some things that you, let's say, in your mind, normally expect from certain kind of cigars, give or take. So what is it doing though? It's rather smooth. It's slightly sweet, rather floral as well. So floral to me, it's like a high pitch. You hold the smoke and you get this floral notes, and I consider them like high pitched, but it's not spice. And it's always like a vagueness. I know I'm feeling something in my mind, but it's not spice. It's not heat. Floral notes are interesting like that. Just overall, it's a very non-offensive cigar. Very smooth. Definitely could tell there's a lot of time on this tobacco. Now, that being said, maybe you prefer the original Pilon more because it was more robust, if I recall correctly. But we're just getting this going, and I wonder why, in my mind, why they took a blend like the Pilon and decided to have an anejo version. And what is the definition of their age? Are they aging it for 2 years in the box? Is it just tobacco getting an extra fermentations? I don't know. Is it after they're made they sit for 5 years? I couldn't find that information out, although I didn't look that hard. But it wasn't. I did look at the website. It wasn't like we made this shit and it's been here for 8 years. It's been here for a long time. But you got to give it to CAO. CAO's there. If any brand that's not stuck in a cookie cutter, it's CAO. Out of any brand, I'd have to say CAO takes a lot of risk. CAO is not stuck in any category at all. Like at all. Now that might bother you. You might like that, or you don't care. But CAO, what kind of cigars does CAO make? Yeah, sure. From like the most mildest stuff to MX2s, um, to BX3s, to Amazon basins, to flatheads, massive sizes, to little sizes, multiple sizes, and spark plugs and the flatheads, which also are unique cigars, and then offshoots with the V17, V19, V21, V23. I mean, so it's a massive catalog. And then you have their more cheaper stuff they make that, not to say internet only, but more stuff you might find on the internet on the like bundles or, you know, samplers. So they have a range. And then you have higher end stuff they make. The Christmas one comes in a white box. What is that called? I can't remember. It's a CAO. Then they have the Sopranos one. Then they have the not the Sopranos one, but it is Sopranos, the Consigliere. So CAO has a brand. It is a massive catalog, and they'll do whatever they want. There's no like we make these kind of cigars. Yeah, I prefer the flatheads over the BX3. For me, and I'll tell you why I didn't like the BX3. It's nothing personal. The BX3, and I said, it's not a bad cigar if you like Brazilian tobacco. And do I like Brazilian tobacco? Yeah, in one category. I don't mind Brazilian wrapper, or Brazilian binder, or Brazilian in the filler. But I'm not crazy about a lot of Brazilian tobacco. To me, it has a very dark but not a strong presence, and a very strange, off-putting, damp, kind of sweet and sour feel to it. So if you use too much Brazilian tobacco for me, it's too much. I like Brazilian tobacco once again in one category, but I'll be honest, that's my preference. I'm telling you, yeah. So for guys that love the basin, I respect that. I always tell you, if something's not for me, it's a difference between me saying it's a bad cigar, because obviously I'm going to have my own cigar preferences. Oh yeah, the CAL anniversary. Oh my God, that's a fantastic. If you want a stronger version of a Fuente Hemingway, it's a little more rough around the edges. That's made by Perdomo, I heard, for CAO. The CAO L anniversary, which comes in at like $5 or $6 at a lounge and cheaper on the internet, is a winner. Is a winner. Totally forgot about that one. There's so many CAOs. And then you had the mortal coils, etc. And then what's the one with the volcano? What's the volcano CAO? It was after mortal coil. What's the volcano one? Where they bury the tobacco under the volcano. The hell was that called? Firewalker. Yeah, that was a great cigar. CAO does some crazy shit. So what do I got to say about this? It's very smooth. Right now, it's a medium strength cigar across the board. Finish is kind of long, and finish is medium. So you know you're having the experience, although it's not over putting. It's not over putting a jello. It's not a strong cigar, but it's not a weak cigar. It's right up the middle, just the way your mother likes it, Trebek. So it's doing some Saturday Night Live jokes. So a smooth cigar. If you want a strong cigar, no. If you want a very spicy cigar, no. No. CAO and General will have tons of strong cigars, but this is not one of them. Although it's not a weak cigar. I think it's kind of a unique feel to it, though. The vibe of this is unique. The aromatics is really nice. Pulling a little Anthony P. That's nice. It's nice, sweaty, a nice, sweet, nutty smell to it, as opposed to sweaty nuts, which, I mean, that's none of my business. Now, this is in 5.5 by 54, I believe. I don't know if it comes in more than one size. I don't know. Overall, kind of a slightly sweet, nutty finish on it. It's nice. It's not a strong cigar. Generally, any cigar that says Anejo is not going to be very strong. So let's take off the band now. I like what they did with the 3D effect with that. That's pretty cool. But obviously, compared to last night's, what was it? Last night's Macanudo, that was a much nicer band, but that's a more expensive cigar. So last night, you're comparing the bands. The Macanudo was really nice, and the Macanudo came with, a really nice half foot on that. Kind of like that. Is what it is. We're going to see if the cigar picks up. It's a very smooth stick. In my mind, though, with the Nicaraguan and Dominican Habano tobacco, which is interesting, especially Dominican Habano, I guess I was expecting the cigar to have a little more pop to it. With that being said, this is the Anejo, and I don't know how much more time they give it. So I don't know how that affects the strength of it because I don't know how much time. And it is a 54. It's 54. You start to get into fat cigars. Yeah, even if you go to a lounge to hang out, yeah, I can see that. Buying one or two sticks and bringing your own. Yeah, lounges are too wet. Caleb, how you doing? Lounges are too wet. So, the wrapper grade quality on this is very nice. You can't even see the lines, can you, Russ? I mean, so the quality on it's very nice. I have nothing bad to say about this cigar. The question on this cigar is if you go into the cigar expecting an MX2 kind of strength, darkness, powerful cigar, it's not that kind of cigar. It, it's very smooth. It's rather kind of unique. I wouldn't say it's exotic, but it's a little. It's going to be different from what you normally smoke. Not a lot of cigars feel like this. It's not a classical wheelhouse. The smoke is gentle enough. I can almost hold the smoke and almost swallow the smoke. So no major spice on it. So if that's a detractor for you, then pass. If you want a spicier cigar, if you're looking into general, they have other spicier cigars. Um, so, but if you're looking for something more smooth, but you don't want a Connecticut, this is something I could recommend. Maybe something more for the morning if you want a cigar that medium, but not spicy, uh, and not really earthy, with some sweetness. Well, and the golden era really takes the cake on that. This golden era is spicy a little bit It's not asking. The Golden Era, I think, is one of the most perfect blends they ever met as far as doing everything. And if everyone could like a Golden Era. This is the guys that want any kind of spice are not going to want this. So because I know some guys that like it was no spice, they're like, oh, I didn't like it, or it was boring to them. So to me, I don't have that level of expectation when it comes to cigars. I just observe the cigar for what it is, and I tell you what it is and what it's not, and then from there we factor in the price and the quality. So price point of these, they're not that expensive. They're very reasonable. Let's see, let's pick it up. It's just right there, right there. It's starting to pick up a little more strength. So we'll see if it picks up. We're gonna see. If anything, it's a very slow burning cigar. I mean, I'm 20 minutes in and I'm not even an inch in. This thing with a full pack and 54 gauge, you're gonna get time out of it. And I'm hoping to see if it changes up, or at least picks up more in strength. I think this came in 50 gauge. I know if it came in 50 gauge, it would have a little more oomph to it. Maybe that's not what they were going for. Yeah, shout out to Caleb talking about Asylum 13. Asylum 13 is a vibe. If you're looking for big, giant cigars at a very low price, it's an okay mid-tier brand that's big and clumsy. And like if you were gonna sit down by a river for 4 hours and you were gonna smoke an 8x80 for 4 hours and you want to spend like $10 for 4 hours, then I see no sin in that. However, if you're on a date and after dinner you go for a walk on the beach and you're gonna light up a little cigar and you pull out an 8x80 Asylum, well, she might get other ideas because she thought there was something else in your pocket. Eh, eh. Asylum 13 is not like a quick little smoker. There's nothing classy about it. I mean, you're talking about 8x80s. Do they make a 9x90? Are they making 500 by 500? Asylum 13. Now in 3 feet. Take a 3 foot hero to the side. 4 pounds of tobacco. Silent 13. Whatever you want. God bless. Yeah, so. And those floral notes in this is consistent. A leathery floral, semi sweet cigar. It's kind of nutty and no major spice. If you don't like floral notes, you're not gonna like this. If you enjoy a floral note, you might like it. And I mean it. And I mean that. So yeah, that woody cigar is aging. I don't know if you could age that cigar. It'd take 10 years to age 1 year. Yeah. So yeah, that's what's going on with the cigar. Yeah. What happened to Max? And what happened to Goody? Good guys. Good guys. Good supporters of the channel. Nice guys. I think the time changed, but I know they still enjoy the show. A lot of people watch it afterwards and they can't catch it live for whatever reason. They're at work or they're sleeping or maybe they're at home clapping cheeks. I don't know. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. I mean, a man is just a man. You know what I'm saying? All I can recommend though is staying fresh twice a day, changing your socks and underwear twice a day, and that's it. Using high quality soaps, drinking filtered water, eating prunes, limiting your alcohol content, and it is what it is. Uncle Larry's like our timekeeper. He's just wondering. Uncle Larry is the timekeeper. And sadly, I haven't met Uncle Larry. Uncle Larry, we need you on the show, Uncle Larry. I mean, if there's any one of the guys right now that hasn't been on, I can get on. I gotta get Uncle Larry on the show. You're a gentleman, Uncle Larry. I hope you're a real person and not a robot. But Uncle Larry, if you are a robot, I gotta say AI has gotten really good. You fool Richie. Uncle Larry, if you're a robot, you're still my friend. I'm cool with you. Right there, I picked up the medium plus. Floral notes picked up. The nuttiness picked up. The sweetness picked up. No spice though. So, here's what it is. Allegedly. Uncle Larry said he'll send a mugshot. So once again, it's got that going for it. A nutty, very floral cigar. So that is unique. No spice, lots of floral, nuttiness, slight sweetness, no earth. There's no grit to this cigar. Nothing going against the grain. It's very smooth. So if you want that earth, that strong black pepper, you know, red pepper spice, you know what I'm saying? Even a sea salt, that still goes against the grain. That's a granular kind of feel. No. So it's very smooth. It doesn't have anything textile really to it. So if you look for those things in a cigar, you want a lively, strong cigar or a very dark, sad, powerful, earthy cigar. No. I feel like it's easier for me to recommend why you wouldn't like a cigar than why you would, and then now you know. You know what I'm saying? So am I enjoying this cigar? I am. But I'm putting it in a category that you can understand. It's like when you buy a box of Lucky Charms. Why do you know you like it? Because you like marshmallows. So if you don't like marshmallows in your cereal, you don't buy Lucky Charms. Why? Because the box has marshmallows. Now, if you don't like leprechauns, maybe you're just a racist and you don't like Irish people. But that's wrong. Because what's wrong with leprechauns? Never hurt nobody, except in that horror movie. But I feel like if I got killed by a leprechaun, it would still be funny. It's not. Um, the other day we were smoking the Camacho. There was lots of sea salt and caramel and black pepper. So yeah, they go together well. This is a very smooth stick. It's a nice mid-tier cigar. It's not as I mean, in the price point, it's a very affordable cigar. So you always look at what you're spending. Ash is rather nice. You're getting a lot of time on this. It's a very slow burner, but it's not a strong cigar. It's not, and what flavor it has, and it does have flavor. It's not. It's not eye grabbing. It's not eye gouging. It's not against the grain. So if you want to go with the grain, have a very smooth stick. I think a morning or a midday cigar. That's the kind of vibe on this. It's a beautiful morning, easy like Sunday morning. If you want that kind of vibe, sure. But if you're like, back in black, I like the sun, highway to hell. It's not that kind of cigar. All right? Wake up. Why don't you put a little makeup? It's not that kind of cigar. That's it. The beautiful people. The beautiful people. We're just going to pray right now for Marilyn Manson. I hope one day that he gets right with God. He's got a lot of anger with God. He acknowledges God. He just hates him. That's okay. We're going to pray for him. That being said, so if you want a smooth, chill, floral cigar, sure. But that's the ticket. If you want the other categories, darkness, strength, spiciness, heaviness, overpowering finish, lots of red pepper spice, no. Then no. So I described this cigar. I described who and why you'd like this cigar. And I described why you wouldn't like the cigar. That's all I have to do. Yeah. Oh, how dark is the cigar? It's only 60% darkness. So it's only slightly darker than like a Connecticut shade. So if you want something that's a little darker, a little stronger than most Connecticut's, but very floral and very nutty, with no spice, with kind of a long but not a heavy finish, with slight sweetness, then you're gonna like this cigar. And there you go. If you want to step above Connecticut, shade. If not, it's not for you. Uncle Larry, Uncle Larry's letting you know. It is what it is. Today's episode was brought to you by Glock. Glock. All of a sudden, Richie has like a Glock sponsor. Glock. They work. They're not fancy. They're reliable. And everyone's got mags. See, with Glock, I know it's not the best handgun, but it's the best handgun that everyone has mags for. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? That's what I'm trying to say about Glock. They work, and any higher quality of a gun, it's going to be harder to find mags or at a reasonable price. Mags going to be 40, 50, 60, $70 a piece. They cow. Glock's like, yeah, we got these fake Glock mags for like 10, $12. Real Glock mags for like 20. So it is what it is. It is what it is. I accept Glock for what it is. They work, and the mags are cheap and available, and the mags are big, really big. It overcompensates. Is HK a better design and stronger? You betcha. But the mags are like $80 a piece. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Is a Beretta a prettier looking pistol? You betcha. But you're not going to find a used mint condition Beretta 92 for $250. But you could find a used spray painted green and gold and purple Glock in the pawn shop for like $225. With a little goo gone and patience, you can clean it up. And if you have to order a part for it, it's like $5. Oh, he's smoking a 46. He said, what should I give my brother for their first cigar? Do not give him that cigar. Do not listen to Jermaine. He's trying to hurt your brother. Oh, he said, I thought you were talking about the Padron. I thought you were talking about the Padron 64 Maduro Family Reserva. The 45 and the 46 is way too strong. You're saying the regular 64. That would be a great cigar, but on the stronger side, for sure. Yeah, the regular 64 is not as strong as the 46 anniversary Family Reserve. So, yeah, the cigars definitely have a lot of age on it. Man, motorcycles. There you go. Motorcycle alley here. Oh, would you look at that? Right there. Right there, a little bit of black pepper finally came into the mix. Just a little bit. Wiggle it just a little bit. Yeah, but not enough to make a difference. So, medium plus, very smooth cigar. Going with the flow. Easy cigar to smoke. It's like having a Connecticut shade, but it's not a Connecticut shade. So, I got nothing wrong with that. If you like Connecticut shades, you like this. Hemingway for a first cigar is fantastic. A Hemingway work of art or signature with a great idea. Yeah. Yeah. I would go with the Hemingway. I'd go with the Hemingway over the Rocky. Yeah. Never been a fan of the Brick House, but yeah, the Fuente Hemingway for a first cigar and like work of art. Yeah, that could be fun. Oh, I just found out from. I got some big news. I just got a message from YouTube that now I could banish people for less time and longer time. I could banish you, like when I put you in the dome. Now, listen to what I'm going to tell you guys. I could ban you for 24 hours. Isn't that amazing? So let's see. Who are we going to practice on? Who wants to go to the dome for 24 hours? And if you're looking for 5 packs, go on Cigar Page. Cigar Page will have 5 packs that'll blow your mind. Cigar Page is the place to go to get awesome 5 packs. Sign up for Cigar Page. They're not paying me to say that. You really got to hold the smoke on this to feel what it's trying to tell you. Jermaine said us. Well, let's see, Jermaine. Let's see how long we can do it for. Let's see. Wow. I'll let a screenshot that. Jermaine, I am going to put you in. Jermaine is in timeout for 10 seconds. I have the capability now to put you in 10-second dome. Bye bye. And you'll be back in 5, 4, 3. Oh, he's already back? Hold on a second. He's back. 10 seconds. I'm putting you back in there for 10 seconds. Hello. You're getting a 10-second dome. Jermaine, you're going there for 10 seconds. It's going to be a long time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Jermaine should have learned his lesson. He spent now 20 seconds in prison. Hey, man, you got probation. You got 10 seconds. 10-second sentence. What kind of DAs is this? What kind of DAs are this? 10-second domes. I don't know why they did that. Why would I send anyone to the dome for 10 seconds? It's like they made that stuff for me. Because I'm locked up, it left me out. Richie wrote to like, Jermaine, you're out. All right, I gotta go. Mm. I haven't heard anything from Sacco today. God bless Sacco. I'm sure he's having a great trip. So look, if you want a semi-sweet, nutty, floral cigar with very little spice, that's not dark, 60% darkness, it's a very aged, smooth cigar. If you want that kind of vibe, sure. If you don't want that kind of vibe, no. But is it still a quality cigar? It is. Great construction, great draw, great burn, and it has a profile that's unique. Although I throw it out for everyone. If you like aged cigars, then yes. Mhm. For me, I'm not a crazy floral cigar smoker. I have tons of floral notes. But some people really enjoy that. For me, I prefer generally stronger, heavier, very spicy cigars. But that being said, I still could appreciate a cigar that's not, because I go outside of my comfort zone. So for me, this kind of cigar is not what's normally what I prefer. However, as a reviewer, there's so many different kinds of cigars. I can't just be smoking medium to full strength, and a heavy finish. Yes, you could bring cigars on a plane, absolutely. However, a cutter, I don't know. The cutter and lighter, I would put in your check. Don't try to bring a lighter on a plane. You could bring a lighter on a plane if it's in your check on, and it's not a gigantic torch lighter with like 8 ounces of fluid. So yeah, wherever you're going, just buy some matches there. Okay, I don't know, soft gentle heat. I don't know if you can check on matches. Don't quote me on that. I think due to flammability, so it is what it is. Now, so the missus, wow, the missus is already picking out a new chihuahua, and I am so excited about that because I'm not going to help pay for it a dime. Because when she told me that, I said, "Wow, I don't want a chihuahua. I want a real dog." And she's like, "Well, I want a chihuahua, so I'm not paying for the chihuahua. She can pay for the food, everything. I do not want a chihuahua. I can't stress it enough. I don't like chihuahuas. Okay? Yes. Casa de Saca rolls his own cigars, and they're phenomenal. He has different levels. His best blend to date was he copied or mirrored. He mirrored after the Spectre blend. It was phenomenal. Mhm. I would say that whatever you're traveling with, if you go on a plane, leave the cigars in cellophane to help maintain some moisture and really to protect. Because whatever you put in the carry case, you don't want your cigars to get all beat up. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Yeah, I've traveled with cigars on planes. Just don't bring a cutter or a lighter. That's my opinion. Put that in the check on it. You'll be fine. Briefcase, you are nice. Joshua, I want to put you, Joshua, Joshua, I got to put you in that 24-hour club. Josh, you're going to it, buddy. Hold on, Josh. Josh. Josh, you're going to the club. I sent Josh to the club. Get the hell off my show, all right? Josh, don't ever come back. I'm tired of your nonsense. All right, Josh? Don't ever come back to my show. You got that? You got that, Josh? You got that, Josh? You got it? Very floral, this spot. Very floral, nutty, and slightly sweet. Bingo. Josh, the new man, 10 seconds. Yeah, hey, you gotta have a nice travel case. That's nice. My burn's going a little weird, going great here, and a little here though. So I'm not sure why that's happening. So yeah, not a powerful cigar, not a very dark cigar, not a spicy cigar at all, but a smooth, nutty, slightly sweet, floral cigar, very floral. If I know I keep on saying that because it's the truth. It's like my mind's like, keep telling the truth, Richie. Tell the truth, Richie. Richie, tell the truth. My mind just doesn't stop. It's like, tell him, Richie. Tell him, Richie. Speak the truth, Richie. Never lie. Never lie. Only the truth. Only the truth. And that's what's happening. Okay. Now the Master Blend 3 is just like this cigar, but opposite. The Master Blend 3 is blackout darkness. Master Blend 3 is like 85 to 90% darkness. Master Blend 3 is as full strength as you can really go before you is too much. Master Blend 3 is as earthy and black pepper strength as you could go with a cigar before it tastes like pure dirt. So do I enjoy a Master Blend 3? If I'm in that kind of mood, so that Master Blend 3 is abrasive. Master Blend 3 is very affordable. Master Blend 3 gives you a lot of power, not much control. Um, so if you're in that kind of mood to get punched in the mouth and kicked in the ass twice, maybe tickled somewhere else, Master Blend 3 is a great cigar in that category. If you say, what's a good, crazy strong, crazy dark, crazy spicy cigar? Very earthy. That's not expensive. I'd only say Master Blends 3. It's understand what that cigar does. That's a dirty, earthy, extremely strong black, dark, heavy black pepper cigar. If you want that kind of darkness, but that cigar is a scary cigar, especially if you get them fresh. Like if you can let them at least sit for 6 months or a year. If you smoke that cigar like fresh out the box, it's ready to party. Like that cigar is not playing around. That cigar is not playing around, and it's cheap. The sweetness is getting a little stronger. I like the sweetness. So it is what it is. The cigar is nothing to write home about. It's not General's best blend, but it is a solid mid-tier cigar that has a lot of age on it. It's very smooth with a lot of floral notes. So it is what it is. I remember the regular Pilones being stronger though. So it is what it is with that. The smoke is very slick on this. I can tell this is very aged tobacco. I can tell by the way the smoke moves. That's a very cigar feels old. Not really in a bad way, just it feels like it's been smoothed out thoroughly. So if you're looking for strength, don't get this cigar. Or I should rephrase that. If you normally smoke strong cigars, this cigar is not for you. But if you want a nice smooth cigar early in the morning, it's a good steak. What is it going to get? Well, 4.2. It's very respectable. It's above good. You know my rating is 0 to 5, and 4 is an average good cigar. So 4.2 is very respectable. It's a solid good cigar. That's what I'm going to say about it. Very floral, slightly sweet, very nutty cigar. If you want that, No rich wood notes, no tons of black pepper spice or any spice, or rock salt. No, and it's not extremely heavy. No earth. So I can't stress it enough. It was easier to tell you what the cigar wasn't. I don't want to. Once a cigar is good, then from there it's just basically who would like the cigar and who would not, and reasons why. You know, most of the time, if you don't like a cigar, it's not bad. It just wasn't for you. There are garbage cigars out there in the universe, but when you go with reputable brands, um, they're generally not making any garbage cigars. Then, if you don't like it just wasn't for you. And if you observe, and you pay attention to what it is, and you pay attention to what you like, and if it doesn't add up, then you understand. You guys just didn't agree on the acceptable terms. You know, you get what I'm trying to say. I can't stress that out. Don't you guys know why? And we're almost an hour in. The burn self-corrected itself in the back. And we're an hour in, and we're not even halfway through. I told you this cigar. You're getting a lot of time. It is a very thick pack. I would have been really intrigued to try this cigar with less age on it. So if they made a new version of the cologne not being an Anejo, I don't know how much time they gave this blend. Um, but that's the category they're going for. So what I respect about the name is for the Anejo, when you have an Anejo aged cigar, um, because they already had cologne, the Anejo, it's more smooth. So they didn't lie. So I can't. If you buy this, you're like, oh, it wasn't a strong cigar. It's not trying to be strong. It's not a Punch Diablo. Okay? It's not a Cohiba Riviera. It's not that kind of party. Okay? So understand what it is. Smoke is so soft. Smoke is very soft. This definitely has a lot of time on it. Which for you know a more inexpensive cigar, that's impressive that they put. Let me look at the price point. One second. Yeah, I'm looking at the MSR pricing, MSRP pricing, and it looks like a little under $10. So it's a very reasonably priced cigar. Of course, if you go on a cigar page and these kind of shenanigans, you could always get stuff cheaper. Yesterday's Mac, I already reviewed the Macanudo. It's fantastic. That's a higher tier cigar than this, and that's a more classical blend with the Connecticut broadleaf, even though it was slightly different. Connecticut broadleaf Maduro, you know kind of exactly what you're going into. That was a very chocolatey cigar. It was a very rich, luxurious cigar. Different kind of party, okay? And I didn't add in the last part, which I should have. That Macanudo, the last third, after I finished the video, the last third really ramped up. I probably had about 2 inches left, and that last inch really ramped up. It was impressively finishing that cigar. So, the Macanudo Vintage 2013 Maduro, the new one, for around $12, very reasonably priced. It's a nice robusto. I could recommend that one. That one was very good. And you're asking me if it's out at the stores. It should be. It should be available. It should be available. Like, or very soon. I don't know the release date exactly. Um, because release dates can vary, especially from shops to shop and from region to region. Generally, the East Coast, from what I've seen, they get newer cigars first. Like New York, when I was in New York, man, they'd say a cigar is released, and like generally see it the next day at lounges. So New York was good for that. But then again, I've seen some new releases here in Colorado come out. Well, good for you, Josh. Good for you. Yeah, you would like the Macanudo, but Josh, I think you like stronger cigars. So the Macanudo was great, but it wasn't like full strength though. So depending what you like. Yeah, it's a very smooth cigar. Like I said, CAO is a brand that's not stuck. So if you want a stronger cigar and you're going with CAO, I mean, the Consigliere is a great strong cigar. The MX2 is a great strong cigar. Um, the anniversary Cameroon was really nice. I read they recently didn't they make an anniversary Maduro. That's probably gonna be nice too. I haven't tried that one yet. So I digress though. The flathead cigars are strong in this. The flatheads are nice. They're unique. The flathead is definitely an exotic cigar. The flathead goes against the grain. The flathead's a cool cigar. You know, you choose the size you want. There's so many different variables of the flathead. I couldn't keep up. And then there's the higher end version, like the V19 and 21 and 23. The new 23 looks impressive. I'm gonna have to give that one a chance. I liked the way it looked. The band was phenomenal. I think I might drop the ash here pretty soon. A very stoutly packed cigar for such an aged kind of a feel cigar. It is a slow burner. I mean, there was a lot of tobacco in this. Interesting. I will say this though, even though it's more of a floral and nutty cigar though, the sweetness though is not a major part of the blend. It's there, probably like 20% of it. Like the florals have taken up like 40% of the cigar, and the nuttiness behind that. But the sweetness is constant though. Even on the finish, the sweetness is there. So, but it's a mild sweetness. So, you know, it, the cigar is not a strong cigar at all. But what it's doing is very persistent and consistent. So, if you just get with the party on this, and you're just gonna chill out, put on some Bob Dylan and relax, I think that's a good cigar to relax with. There are two kinds of cigars: cigars that are the moment, and cigars that back you up. This cigar backs you up. Hey man, I'm here for you. It's that kind of cigar. It's not like, hey man, let's dance. It's not that kind of party. You know, you pop open a Padron 64 Maduro, or you pop open a Punch Diablo, or you pop open, you know, you know, a Cohiba Black or Riviera, Cohiba, etc. You know, or Party is Black or Liga Number Nine. Those cigars are the moment. Those are strong cigars, etc. You can go on LFD, Double Hero. Those cigars are the moment. There's cigars that are the moment, and cigars that back up the moment. I've said that for years. I can't stress it enough. This one backs up the moment. You're in charge when you're smoking this. It is what it is. So if you're in a hammock or a lazy boy, or you're sitting by the pool, and you you want a more chill experience, but you're not in the mood for a Connecticut shade, then this could fit the bill. If you don't like Connecticut shades, but you're looking for something that's more of a relaxing experience, then yes, maybe first thing in the morning, out for a walk with the doggy. Although it's going to be a long walk because it's a slow burn. I hope your dog hydrated. So it is what it is. I've described everything about this cigar, and I have described every reason why you would like this cigar and every reason why you would not like this cigar. I have nothing else to say about it, but it's alive, so I guess I'll keep saying the same shit over and over again. It is what it is. I'm gonna drop the ash. Go home, Ash. Go home. Go home, please. Can you go home? Can you go home for Richie? Just go home. Go home. Go home. Go home. Three taps. Three taps. I told you that's a stout cigar. As far as the packing, it's impressive. It's impressive. It's impressively heavy pack. Knock three times if you want me. Twice on the pipe if the answer is no. Now people today just swipe left, swipe right. But back then it was knock three times on the if you want me. Actually, your neighbors tap you like three times in the pipe, and you go there and it's I don't know. It's a guy named Bob. You're like, Bob, I never knew you had feelings for me. He's like, yeah, I got some opus in the back before. I said, Bob, I didn't know you felt like that way. I didn't know we were opus level friends. Yeah, so that's a good cigar. Very smooth. Very smooth. And that's that. We're going into our last third here. I'm just going to go for another minute, and then we're going to end this because I'm just going to relax with this cigar. This kind of cigar is something I'd watch the rain fall. I'd watch the sunset. This is Robinson. I'll tell you what, for a very floral cigar, it had a nice presence. It was a very airy feeling cigar. So I'll finish on this. I'll say it again. If you're looking for a strong cigar, no. If you're looking for a dark cigar, no. If you're looking for a heavy cigar, no. If you're looking for a spicy against the grain cigar, no. earthy cigar? No. If you're looking for something very smooth, yes. Slightly nutty and slightly sweet, yes. Very floral, yes. Smoke that's very airy and you can almost swallow the smoke because it's very aged, yes. If you're looking for a Connecticut cigar experience that's not a Connecticut, yes. So I've told you why and why not. And it's $8, give or take. It's not expensive. So to have an aged experience, so you don't need to age these. You can smoke these off the bat. They're ready to go. They're already smooth now. We're done here. I wish you well. The CAO Pilon Anejo. If you want something smooth, slick, and very floral, it is what it is. Stay fresh.